What's going on? Welcome back to 100% NUFC, and wait a second. That was me Strongbow dog fruit. Try it if you like it. I should be celebrating a victory, but I'm drinking to celebrate what was a vital point down at the Vitality Stadium. A point which is going to help us towards safety. Now, this is the review of the Bournemouth versus Newcastle United game in the Premier League. It's just finished at the Vitality Stadium. Bournemouth 2, Newcastle United 2, and we've rescued a point in the dying seconds of the game when all hope was lost. Now, in the preview and before ball was even kicked, I said I would take a point down at Bournemouth. It's a long way to go, and you don't want to go there and get beat and travel back up the motorway feeling sorry for yourself. Now, Rafa Benitez made one change to the game from the Everton game last, and Diarmi came in the squad. Now, going into the first half, we got off to the brighter start. We took the game to Bournemouth. Isaac Hayden with the first shot, which was comfortably saved by Artur Boruc. That set the tone for the match. And then Bournemouth had their first real opportunity in the 10th minute when Bournemouth broke. Fraser was through, and when he got put through, he had a shot which beat Dubravka, and it managed to hit the right-hand bottom post, and we got away with one. Bournemouth could have been ahead if he got that any closer on target. That was a real let-off for us, but we didn't let that get in the way. We continued to plug away. We kept a hold of the ball. Possession-wise, we were probably better than them on the ball than they were against us in the first half. Then, after that scare, Ayoze Perez had a shot which from outside the box, which was saved superbly by Artur Boruc. And then the game it was end to end. Bournemouth were just sort of sniffing each other out, and both teams, were trying to test the goalkeeper, but weren't really doing enough. And then as we got into the 45th minute, Bournemouth went clear. They managed to earn themselves a corner. And from the resultant corner, we managed to clear. Then Almiron just burst, straight forward towards the goal. There was no Newcastle United player supporting him. So what he done is he just kept going. He drew the foul by Jordan Ibe, fell to the ground, and then we got a free kick with virtually the last minute of the game when 3 minutes were put up on the board. And then when we got the free kick, Rondon literally just stepped up and converted the free kick into the top left-hand corner. Boruc had absolutely no chance. He smashed it. 1-0, and you're like, get in there. That's what we needed just going into half-time, for the confidence just to take the lead. And I just felt we probably deserved it on the balance of play. I felt we just edged Bournemouth in terms of possession, in terms of chances created, and we were well worthy, of our 1-0 lead. Then second half, Rafa Benitez would have told me at half-time just to sort of, let's not let Bournemouth get back into the game so quickly. And the worst happened. So the minute the second half kicked off, Bournemouth ran up the other end of the pitch, earned themselves a corner, and from the resultant corner, the ball come into the box, and Fernandez fouled Ake. He had his arm around his head, and he fell to the ground, and Mike Dean blew for a pen. Now, in my opinion, yes, it was a penalty. Silly defending by Fernandez. He should be doing a lot better than that, and Joshua King steps up on the 46th minute to give Bournemouth the equaliser. And, we got off to the worst possible start in that second half, conceding so quickly. Then after that, we created an opportunity, but not really much to trouble Bournemouth. Just a few corners here and there. And then Bournemouth should have taken the lead around about the 60th, 70th minute through Lerma, so that earned themselves a free kick. Fraser put the ball in, and Lerma was unmarked. And he had a free header which he put wide. I don't know how he's managed to put it wide. And we got off the hook. And then only a few moments later, Lerma had a shot outside the box. He was unmarked. Nobody was picking him up. And he just took aim, beat Dubravka, and missed at the far right-hand post. And we were lucky not to be going 2-1 down. Rafa Benitez made a change. He took up Ayoze Perez. And Christian Atsu came on. Now, for me, Atsu was absolutely useless, by the way. I don't think he'd done a great deal in the game. And the reason being, when he got the ball in good areas, he was never putting the ball into the box. He was sort of sending the ball back, which that's not what we want. At 1-1, we want to sort of go towards Bournemouth and attack them at every moment. But then, Bournemouth did take the lead. Well, before that, we had a ball cleared off the line, which we were lucky. The referee did blow. I thought originally it was actually a goal, but it wasn't. It was a foul. Great defended by Dummett to clear it off the line. And then Bournemouth did take the lead through Joshua King. It was a little bit of a scramble in the box. The ball fell his way. He smashed it first time and he beat Dubravka at the far left-hand corner. 2-1 to Bournemouth. Just when you think all hope was lost at 2-1 and we'll let that 1-0 lead slip. Matt Ritchie at the other end. Those 3 minutes of stoppage time. And Matt Ritchie with an absolute screamer to make it 2-2 and to save the game, to save the day, and to make the game level at 2-2. And everybody in the Newcastle end were absolutely buzzing. I was just all over the place. I didn't know what to do. And, we managed to rescue the game at 2-2, and it finished 2-2. And it's just amazing, that the battling attitude of the players, because you wouldn't have seen that at the start of the season. But since the turn of January, the way the lads just battle away and don't give up, it just reminded you of last week against Everton, when we got the 3-2 win. Now, if you look at the Premier League table, we're currently sitting on 35 points now, and we're 13th in the league. We're currently 7 points clear of Cardiff, who obviously have a game in hand, but for me, I'd rather have the points in the game in hand. All the pressure, of course, is on Cardiff. But, we've let ourselves have a little gap between ourselves and the relegation zone. It's a good point, like I say, down at Bournemouth. It's a long way to go, and we can build towards safety. In my opinion, I still believe 40 points is enough to stay up this season, and the sooner we hit the 40 points mark, the better. We've got a good squad on paper. We've shown that by battling back at 2-2. And, we have got some winnable games coming up. Of course, we've got Arsenal away. Are we going to get anything there? Probably not. But then you've got Crystal Palace and Southampton. If we get wins at home against those two, then we should be safe, no problem. But, it was a great battling performance by the lads. A great point. I'm not going to argue. Yes, we could have done better at 1-0. We could have went on to, try and get a second. But at the end of the day, any team would snap your hand up for a point away at Bournemouth. It's a long way to go. And I thought the lads showed real character, to get back at 2-2. When at 2-1 down, all hope could have been lost. We could have lost 3, 4, 5 if we'd let our heads drop, but we didn't. And we've got to take it, be satisfied, and move on to the next game. Of course, it's the international break, so we'll have to wait and see what Rafa Benitez does in terms of the squad going into the Arsenal game in a few weeks' time. But you let me know who your man of the match was for the game. Did Rafa Benitez make the right substitutions? Of course, Shelby came on late with Mutu. Was anyone there that didn't really put up a good performance? There's questions there that I would like to aim at you to get back to us. And like I say, if you enjoyed the review, you enjoyed the content, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. It's free. Try and help us to get to 1,800 subscribers. That would really mean the world to us. Hit that thumbs up as well. Put your comments in down below. And until the next one, how are the lads?